Yo, yo,
Hi.
yo. The way that I was just testing my mic.
Oh, you were?
We can use that as the intro,
We
though.
will.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Welcome to
On to nothing.
On to Nothing Reddit,
Reddit
edition.
edition.
Welcome back
Mm-hmm.
to the show. Okay.
Sing it, girl.
I'm cutting that out.
Why?
I've got the power.
You do have the power.
Okay, today we're reading Am I the Asshole?
Yes.
Chances are probably.
Let's get to it. Oh. Okay. The title of the first story is, Am I the asshole for telling my brother-in-law to stop showing up unannounced when my husband isn't home? I, 28 female, don't know if I'm just being paranoid or what, but something about my brother-in-law, let's call him Tyler, 32 male, has been really bothering me lately. So here's what's been happening. My husband, 30 male, Chris, and I have been married for about 4 years. We live in a quiet little place in Michigan. It's nothing fancy, but it's home. Lately, though, things haven't felt so safe. Tyler, Chris's older brother, keeps showing up at our house uninvited, like a lot. And not when Chris is home. Nope. It's always when he's at work or running errands or out with friends. Like last Tuesday, I was in the middle of folding laundry and the doorbell rang. I opened the door and there he was, smiling like nothing was weird. I asked, "What's up?" He said, "Just checking something." That's always what he says. Just checking something. Checking what exactly? He never has an actual reason. He just walks around, looks at random stuff in the garage, stares at the thermostat like it's going to tell him a secret, and then sits at the kitchen table like he lives there. I started to feel really uncomfortable, so I told Chris about it. I thought he'd be weirded out too, but no. He just shrugged and went, "Maybe he needs something. You know how he is." Okay, yeah, Tyler's always been a little bit off, but this feels different. So I tried to set a boundary. Next time Tyler came over, it was like 3 days ago, I told him, "Hey, I'd really prefer if you didn't stop by when Chris isn't home. It makes me a little uncomfortable." He just stared at me, like dead silent, and then he kind of smirked and said, "Sure, whatever you want." But in that tone, you know the one. And now I'm the bad guy. Chris is mad at me for making things awkward. His mom called and asked why I'm being cold to Tyler. Like, I don't feel safe. I'm not trying to start drama. I'm just trying to protect myself. But now it's this whole thing. Everyone thinks I'm making a big deal out of nothing. Chris won't talk to me about it anymore. He just says, "Tyler's family. You're overreacting." Am I? Like, am I seriously being too sensitive here? I don't know anymore. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I just don't like how it feels when he's around. It's the creepy, quiet tension, like he's watching me. So now I've basically banned my brother-in-law from our house unless Chris is home. And everyone's acting like I committed a federal crime. Am I the asshole?
I don't think you're an asshole, but I don't understand why his brother makes you feel unsafe.
I think that I would get it if I knew him, because it sounds like she thinks that he's really creepy, like the way that he acts around her is really creepy.
Yeah.
And I also feel like the family, I mean, you just have to, like, as a woman, yeah, there are really, it can be really scary, even if it's a family member. Like, it can still be scary to be around a man in the house alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's not that crazy to ask, "Hey, can you just not come by all the time, every single time Chris isn't home? Like, don't you want to see your brother anyways?"
I feel like, why do you keep opening the door?
I would just ignore him.
I would not answer the door.
I wouldn't either.
I would just be like, all right, well, if he's going to keep showing up, I wouldn't have said anything. First of all, I would have never opened the door to begin with.
I wouldn't either. If I thought
Get
he
a
was
peephole.
creepy and I didn't like him being there, I would just be like, "I'm not home, girl. Goodbye."
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe he needs something. You know how he is weird because, like, what did he need? He's not
Let me know what you need.
Yeah, he's not saying, like, it would be one thing if he was just like, "Hey, I'm just bored. I wanted to come hang out with you. Like, maybe chill till Chris is home. Maybe we can, like, have dinner together." Okay, but he's like, "I just need to look at something.
I'm just looking around.
I'm just checking something." And then he stares at the thermostat like,
It's almost giving, like, okay, first of all, the fact that her husband won't like talk to her about it is crazy and rude. Because if I came to my boyfriend and was like, hey, your brother's really creeping me out, he'd be like, oh, what the fuck, like he shouldn't come. And he would tell him like, hey, don't come over unless I'm there, period.
Or he would be like,
question.
why are you going over when I'm not there? Like, what is the reason?
But it seems almost like her husband is sending him over.
That's what the top comment says.
Really?
Yeah, it says.
It seems like he's like sending him over to spy or something and be like, what is she doing when I'm not there? Go check on it. Also, and then he's like, I'm just looking around.
I'm just looking around is crazy. I'd be like, okay.
Go look around at your own house.
That was happening. Like, Matt doesn't have a brother, but like if one of Matt's friends just constantly came over and was like, hey, I'm just checking something, I'd be like,
ew.
What are you checking? Like, what do you mean?
I would be asking way more questions, but I know everyone's not like that. But I would be like, okay, tell me what you're checking. If they were just like, oh, just looking, I'd be like, yeah, but what? Like, at what? Hello?
Yeah, like, what is something wrong? Like, do we have a flood? Like, is the air broken? Like, and what are we looking at?
Why are you coming over multiple times to check on stuff? It's really giving that he's trying to spy.
It says in the top comment, it would seem either you or your family don't trust me and you, well, this is what she should say to her husband. It would seem either you or your family don't trust me and you keep asking your brother to check on me, or your brother is watching us because he always knows when you are gone, and you clearly don't care about whether I'm comfortable in my home. If this behavior and utter disregard continues, I may go stay somewhere else for a little bit to get some space. Like, yeah, she should be saying that.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to like spell it out for your husband. If he is a good man, he should be realizing that like you feel uncomfortable,
Right.
What? Period. Like there's no
that's it.
Yeah. Like what?
Like if I said to Matt, like, I feel kind of weird that your friend or brother's coming over randomly when I'm not home.
And
like,
he's creepy too, and like I don't really like the way I feel around him.
Matt would say one of two things. He would explain why he's coming over and be like, oh, well, you know, he's just like kind of weird and kind of lonely and like just probably wants to hang out and like, you know him, like whatever, which is maybe what her husband said by the sound of it. But like, I don't know. I guess like I'm close with Matt's friends. So I would be like, yeah, let's hang out. Mm-hmm. I can't relate to this experience at all even.
I can't either. Yeah. Because Jack's brother, like, I wouldn't really care if he came over. I'd be like, okay. But if his brother was, like, creepy and was, like, creeping around and then he was just, like, it was awkward and tension and silence and I was just uncomfortable, then I would be like, what the hell is happening? Like, I'm scared. I mean, I would be confused why Jack's brother would come here anyways without Jack being here in the first place.
That would be weird.
Because, like, what are we going to do together? Hang out? Like, no.
I wish that she would have said to this person, like, hey, like, why do you keep coming over? Instead of, like, I'm uncomfortable when you come over when he's not home. Because obviously they all blew it out of proportion as to, like, you don't like him. Yeah, but she kind of
did. Like, hey, what are you here for? What's up? And he just says, just checking on something.
But, like,
weird.
What?
So weird.
I don't know. I would not give up. I would be like, what are you checking? What are you doing?
Me either.
Like, what's going on?
Someone said, do they think that you're having an affair or something? Whatever it is, it sounds like your husband is in on it. How else would his brother know when he's not home? And OP said, that's exactly what has been messing with my head. I don't want to believe they're hiding something, but how else would he always know when Chris isn't here? It's not like I post my schedule. Yeah, exactly. Stick up for yourself or your husband needs to get it together.
Yeah. Okay. Next title is, Am I the asshole for poking fun at my cousin's divorce after she insulted my wedding? I, 29 female, got married at 20. My husband and I were young, desperately in love, and super broke. I was never one to want a big wedding, so we kept it small. I will admit my cousin, 36 female, helped a ton with the decorations. I'm not one to be super into that stuff. I was fine with it just looking a little plain, but she wanted to make the day special for me, and I appreciated it. I sang her praises the entire day, paid her for helping me after the fact, and literally made a speech the day of the wedding how grateful I was for her. I should also note she got married a few months before me in an extremely lavish, extremely expensive wedding. Her wedding day was actually perfect and everyone still talks about it. However, she got divorced about 4 years ago. I am unsure what has caused this, but now anytime we are together, she makes fun of my wedding. She mocks how small it was. She mocks how corny the venue was. She insults my bridesmaids and my husband's family and how useless they were the day of. I normally don't react because I honestly don't care about her opinion. However, today we are at a large Father's Day gathering with all of my family. From the second she saw me, she started ragging on my wedding to her new boyfriend. I'm not sure, but something in my brain just flipped, and I said back to her, well, at least I'm still married. Everyone in my family is upset with me. They said I went below the belt with that comment, but absolutely no one has ever checked her for insulting me over and over and over. Am I the asshole? First of all,
That's wild that she's bringing
what the
that
hell?
up.
It's been 9 years.
It's been 9 years.
My thing about this is her clapback should have been, well, you're the one who helped me decorate.
Yeah, seriously. I mean,
What the fuck?
You literally helped, so
Right. You're definitely not the asshole.
yeah, no.
Like 1,000% not the asshole here.
This girl's obviously like real. I don't know. It's been 4 years. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to get over a divorce, but it sounds a little crazy that she'd be
Well, she was
still
only married
so
for
salty.
like 5 years if she got divorced 4 years ago, and this OP's wedding was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And the other girl's wedding was a couple months before. She's obviously jealous
That you have a happy
that
marriage.
you're still married, and probably jealous because she probably spent
so much
money on her wedding.
She probably feels like it's like justifying it in her head, like how
Right.
much money she spent on it or something, and she's just like, she's probably still
Right.
paying it off. So every day she's reminded of it, and she's like, I'm so broke. I got no money. But maybe she's rich. I don't know.
But
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
She's such a bitch. I would not. If everyone in my family was upset with me, I would be like, I actually don't give a fuck, guys. Like, seriously.
Like,
she's always saying this shit to me and talking shit to me.
Right.
So I don't really care. I said one mean comment. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And is it not true? It's
Tea.
facts. Like,
Yeah.
well, at least I'm still married.
Yeah, I really wish that you would have said, you're the one who helped me fucking plan it. So,
Yeah, well,
what do you mean?
you were
If
like
it was
my
ugly,
wedding planner.
if
So.
it was so ugly,
you should've
then
told
it
me.
was probably your fault, girl.
Mhm.
What the fuck do you mean?
The top comment says, not the asshole. You can only be pushed so far until you react. She's clearly jealous of the success of your marriage and has resorted to insulting your wedding to cope with her feelings. Pathetic. Stick to your guns.
Agreed.
Seriously. Every time she brings it up again, reply the same or, seriously? It's been 9 years of you negging on our wedding. Grow up and move on to try bullying someone else. Maybe if she worked as hard on the marriage rather than her perfect day, she would be still married.
Tea.
Literally.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe if you tried a little harder.
That's crazy.
I would have been such a bitch. I probably would have been way more of a bitch and probably way earlier as well.
Agreed.
Like immediately as she started negging on my wedding and being like saying it was trashy and stuff, I'd be like, "You're trashy, bitch."
Also, why
I'll
are
never
we
talk to you
talking
again.
about my wedding from
9
9 years
years
ago?
ago.
Anything 9 years ago was ugly.
Anything 9 years ago, yeah.
No offense, I'm sure your wedding 9 years ago was beautiful, but if I look at pictures right now, I won't think it was pretty.
No, 2016.
Ooh, rough.
I can only imagine. And the Instagram filters, the pictures
They
that
probably got like the Snapchat filter that you could buy. I did that for my friend's wedding in 2015.
That's literally what
Yeah.
the world was.
I know.
And honestly, like, when I look back, I'm like, Tumblr girl era,
Oh
2016.
my god.
But like,
I can't remember what life was like before TikTok.
dude,
That's crazy, right?
I miss the way life was before TikTok, to be honest.
I do, but I don't.
I like how it's like very, you feel like you're involved in something. Like you feel like you're in a community.
Yeah.
Because you're just so informed on everything.
Yeah. The reach is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. It's like, oh, I was just thinking about that the other day, and then it comes up, or like news.
I love commenting. A good comment on a TikTok.
Yeah, or
I
like
love-
just any like pop culture that's going on. It's like it's everything
It's
in your hand. It's
attainable.
just so accessible. And
Yeah.
then, but I remember before I even got TikTok, which was like 2019. I think I downloaded TikTok in like 2020.
You downloaded TikTok in 2020?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think I had it in 2019, November.
No, I
of
didn't.
20. I think I have TikToks from. No, wait.
I
Was that
remember
after
being
COVID?
like,
I can't remember.
because I thought it was kind of like Musically. I was like, you guys are weird for liking TikTok, and everyone was like, no,
Dude.
TikTok is so fun. It's so fun. It's so fun. And then I was like, no. And then I finally, like, after like a year of people saying it was fun, I was like, fine. And then I downloaded it and was obsessed.
She never looked
I
back.
was so obsessed. It was crazy.
Dude, that era. Danielle sent me a video this morning, actually. And the girl was like, my whole family has COVID. They said I had to quarantine. I haven't done this in so long. And then it was her just doing the savage dance.
Oh my God.
She was like, I'm quarantining.
dude, the way that, like, no one used to talk on TikTok.
No. It was like weird.
Sounds, dances, like.
Now I don't even need the music on. I will lay in bed at night, no sound on, watch TikTok. Nothing. I'll just read.
Oh, the captions?
I don't even, it's all just like videos with words on them. And I'm like, oh, that's funny.
It's
Or it's a
also
picture.
crazy because, like, the more time goes on, like, yeah, my attention span was bad and I would scroll and scroll and scroll, but now I do the 2 times speed. If someone's talking, I'm like, I really want to listen to this, but, like, they're not talking fast enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, 2 times. It's really scary, though, to be honest. Like, that's so scary.
It is
But, like,
scary.
there's nothing I can do about it, so I just kind of accept it about myself.
I know.
Like, I'm not giving it up, period. Sorry.
I really want to, but then I'm like,
You did for a while. You gave it up for a while.
I know. But then I heard it was going away, and I was like, ooh,
Gotta
I
get
need
back.
to get it
Well,
back.
it might be going away again on Thursday. This Thursday.
Can you imagine? I hope it does, kind of.
I honestly don't care anymore.
I need it to either. This is a problem. I'm not gonna get off TikTok. The only way you're taking me off there is if you get rid of the whole app. Like,
yeah,
I'm
same.
not getting off of there.
The only reason that I don't want it to go away is because then that means that our government is really taking over, and that's the scary part for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having TikTok gone, but it's the message behind it.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're able to take something like that away, even though they basically already did. It's technically taken away. It's just extended right now. Like,
girl, I will be getting on Reddit expeditiously.
dude, Reddit's just not the same though.
But it will be once all the Americans are on there.
True.
It will just be TikTok. Like,
True.
when I first got Reddit, it was all in Chinese,
Yeah.
Chinese.
Yeah.
And then, but I was still like a fucking iPad baby watching the videos. I was like,
I wasn't really. I was like, oh, I can't really. I don't.
They all became Americans,
Mhm.
and I was
But then
like,
it
oh.
all became about TikTok getting banned, and we're moving to Rednote and all this. And I'm like, okay, well, where's the actual content? I don't care about this.
Yeah, and I thought there were so many people that were like, we're making an app that's going to be like TikTok.
So
like,
many. Where'd they all go?
Where'd they go? Because
They're
where
probably
are
still
they?
working on it, but I bet you like no one cares because we only care about TikTok.
The problem with TikTok is that the algorithm is so good.
So good.
Like,
it's so good.
but also it's so bad because sometimes I'll fall into like a hole and I just want to see something really quick. And then that's all my For You page will be.
Oh, same.
Like when I look something up really quick, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And I watch like 300 videos about it. And then my whole For You page, I'm like, no, my algorithm's messed up again.
It's so annoying how quick you can get it messed up. Like, I watched one video about this girl saying like that the way that she posted on TikTok, like 20 times a day grew her, and I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. And then after that it was everyone telling me how many times I should post on TikTok, what you should do to become a content creator. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about you. Like, the only reason you guys are getting views is because you're telling people how to grow on TikTok, and everyone wants to grow on TikTok.
You know what is annoying too about TikTok is now every 2 videos I either get an ad or a live. Like a TikTok shop ad. And I
remember when there was no ad. I don't even notice it because I scroll so fast.
Me too.
I'm just like, whoop.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just scroll, like a video, and scroll. I don't even know what the video is.
Me too. I'll like it right away, and then I go back. And I'm like, wait, let me watch that. What was that about?
Yeah.
And then it's something that I'm like, wait, why did I? I'm like, actually, that's kind of incriminating as well. Like, I don't want to like that.
I know.
I'll just like mindlessly scroll and like, and I'm like, wait, that's really
That's
scary.
me in the middle of the night when I have no sound on. I don't know what I'm liking.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping and I don't have sound on. How do I know what it even is?
Yeah, that's crazy that you literally go on when you're sleeping. It's crazy.
I do it a lot. I love it.
All right, the title of this story is, Am I the asshole for refusing to do something special on my wedding day for my sister because she refused to do something for me at hers? I, 30 female, am getting married this Sunday, and my sister Jessica, 28 female, got married 2 years ago. A couple weeks before her wedding, my ex left me for another woman. And it was devastating because I thought that he was going to propose soon. At my sister's wedding, I asked her if she could throw the bouquet to me as to wish me luck, but she refused and said she didn't want to damage it. I asked her to lend it to me for a couple of pictures instead, and she refused to do that too. I said nothing more, and I didn't bring it up again until now. Okay, my sister is pregnant and wants to announce it at my wedding. She asked, and I said, absolutely not. When she asked why I told her that, well, 1, the wedding is for my fiance and I. 2, what? And I, oh my God, sorry. 1, the wedding is for my fiance and I. 2, she didn't do what I asked her to do at her wedding, so why would I do what she asks at mine? She's pissed and says that I'm being ridiculous. Our mother says that I'm being childish. Am I the asshole? Edit. Tomorrow is the wedding, and my sister is currently not talking to me, and neither is my mother. I cannot uninvite them, but I'm very concerned. What the hell? Obviously not the asshole. Obviously not the asshole. In general, the pregnancy announcement is a no. And then also to add on top that she wouldn't even let you take a picture with her bouquet? What?
Take a picture with flowers you're going to throw away is crazy, and saying no to that. You could take a picture with my bouquet. You could shove it up your asshole for all I care.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't really, get why she wants to do it in the first place. Because, if she throws it directly at you, that's not really luck. That's just her throwing it at you.
Yeah.
But,
but it sounds
whatever.
like she didn't want to do a bouquet toss, and her sister, wanted her to do one.
And it's fine if you don't want to do the bouquet toss. That I got. But then her being and then I asked if I could just take a picture with it, and she said no. What? Just let her take a picture. Yeah, it's weird, but who cares?
Oh, and this is the younger sister? Well, that fucking explains it.
Yeah. She
No offense to you.
No,
as
yeah.
the younger sister, but
I
that
get
explains everything.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that your mom is mad.
Dude.
Who I announced
my mom would be my mom would be on my side too.
Yeah, she would. Announce it at the rehearsal dinner. Compromise.
No, never announce it at all on the weekend of your wedding. A pregnancy announcement?
It's not like she's giving birth.
A pregnancy announcement?
I wouldn't care.
If
my brother was pregnant and
Girl!
was like, can we announce because all the family will be there? Can we do it at the rehearsal dinner? I'd be like, fine. Whatever.
You would not.
The rehearsal dinner?
You literally said you would be annoyed if that girl fucking had her new ring on her engagement ring.
No, I said I would be annoyed.
I wouldn't say anything, but I would go say I'm annoyed to Danielle.
Yeah, of course I would.
So you
because that's who I am.
You would be annoyed though.
Yeah,
and
but
now you're
it's
saying I wouldn't care.
Girl,
you would care. I would fucking care, bitch. Don't announce your pregnancy.
I would be annoyed that he asked me, but at the same time, I'd be like, okay, yeah, at the rehearsal dinner, sure.
How about the day after the wedding when you guys all
No, the day after? That's worse.
What? Because then it's over. It's
no, do yours first. Mine's better. The day after is crazy.
I'd be like, yeah, just do it whenever everything's over.
If my brother proposes to his girlfriend, and
everyone's saying goodbye.
And he's like, oh, we're going to plan our wedding. It's the day after your wedding. I'd say, I'm killing you in your sleep.
Okay, well,
you're
that's
having
crazy.
it before. Because mine has to be the last thing on everyone's mind. Because if they do it after the wedding, then everyone's going to stop talking about how fun my wedding was. And
well, I don't really care about that. I don't care if they're talking about my wedding. I'm just glad that it was focused on me for those couple of days. My wedding got to be my wedding. No announcements. No fucking proposals.
I agree that it shouldn't happen at all. But we can have a compromise, and you can do it on the rehearsal dinner.
Hell,
or
no.
you can do it is your family all coming into town before, or are you doing stuff that whole week? Announce it that whole week that your family's all around you. I don't know.
You can plan something and announce.
Also, why do you have to announce everything?
I know, right? Should you just post on Instagram?
Nobody cares,
and then they'll see that you're pregnant.
I just don't understand announcing anything to anyone.
When I'm pregnant, I'll be calling some people. Oh my God, I'm pregnant.
The second I pee on that stick, I'm calling every friend I have.
I'm making a TikTok, and it's gonna show you before I even tell anyone.
I don't post on Instagram that much.
I don't.
Like, I posted that we
Well-
got engaged, but when did I even?
Yeah, you don't even post your any of the engagement pictures.
No.
That's crazy. I would have posted.
No, they
posted
gotta
20
go
of
out on the
them.
save the date first.
That's
girl.
true.
I'm
You don't want
secretive.
anyone to see it. Yeah.
No, girl. If you
gotta post
saw the
after.
picture, yeah, I will. I will. They're on the website too,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the website isn't live yet.
That's true.
What date did I post that we got engaged? Oh, the day we got engaged.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was pretty soon, because I remember it was like.
Okay, well, I just can't with
Yeah,
the,
you
like,
don't post on Instagram ever.
I just posted my stories, but I only
But you
post
never
like,
post stories. You only repost stuff.
Yeah.
You never post like what you're doing or anything ever.
No, because who cares about that? Literally no one cares.
I like to have it for like my archive. Like, oh, I can look back when
I
what I was
used
doing.
to, but I just don't.
You just live in the moment.
Yeah.
She's a live in the moment girl.
Meanwhile, I'm vlogging. I'm like, I'm gonna vlog, but I'm not gonna post on
And are you
Instagram.
ever gonna edit it and post your vlog?
Yeah, I need to
Okay,
edit it. I have all the videos right here, ready to go.
Slay. That's like the worst part though, because then once you're like,
No, and
I
they're
took all these nice
so-
videos,
And I took them at, they're all like flipped different
Oh,
directions
you're
because
gonna
I
have to
didn't
flip
know like
'em.
what way the camera was. Whatever.
That's so annoying.
It's fine. It's gonna be an interesting one.
Okay, let me read this update because there's an update for this story.
Yay.
Slay. 5 days ago. Update. Hi, everyone. Just here to give you an update. First of all, thank you so much for all the advice and support. I wanted to clarify a couple of things. I wanted a photo with the bouquet for myself. My ex wouldn't have seen it anyway, as I go strictly no contact after breakups. Some people were also concerned that I expected her photographer to take pictures of me for free. That wasn't the case. Her wedding was very low cost, and I was actually the photographer, so I just meant that I wanted to take a selfie. Now for the update. I had a talk with my mother and sister beforehand and clearly told them that if either of them announced the pregnancy or made it obvious in any way, I would go no contact with both of them for good. They either didn't believe me or they didn't care. My wedding was also low cost. On my side, the only family attending were my mom, stepdad, uncle, sister, and brother-in-law. My now husband only had his mother there. The rest of the guests were 5 friends we both invited. There were no speeches or anything formal planned. The ceremony went smoothly, and we moved to the reception area. As soon as we sat down, my sister said she had something to share. I looked at her and said, quote, "No, you don't." It was awkward since most people there had no idea what was going on. In my country, wedding gifts are usually given after the cake. Well, my mother handed my sister her gift and said, quote, "The new mom also deserves some recognition." That was it for me. My sister started crying happy tears and even had the audacity to try to hug me. I stepped aside and told both of them that the celebration was over for them. They left because my stepdad and brother-in-law finally realized I wasn't joking. I haven't responded to any of their calls or messages. I'm done. Edit. I'm tired of seeing people say this is fake. I used AI to translate and correct things because my English is very bad. I'm too sad and disappointed to argue with strangers here, so no more updates. Bye.
Not that it's because there's M dashes in it.
I know every time there's an M dash, I'm like, oh, I know ChatGPT wrote this, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I ask ChatGPT to rewrite stuff for me if I want it to be
me
like
too.
more professional sounding or something.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Wow.
But wow,
Wait, wedding. Why did the mom give? Why is the sister getting
a
gifts?
gift. That's what I was wondering. She brought a gift. They planned it, obviously.
Bro,
They're
the
like,
way I would
I would bring a
fucking
gift.
beat my mom
I
and
would
sister's
beat the
ass.
shit out of them.
I would literally get up and stab them both with a knife.
Literally, same. Goodbye.
It would be the red wedding.
It'd be
like-
actually insane.
Wow.
And like, ugh, they obviously just thought like, oh, she's gonna take it. Like
That's a really small wedding too.
dude, so small.
It's like 10 people.
And like half of them are just your friends. So she needed to announce she's
To
pregnant
who?
to your friends.
She needed to announce she was pregnant to
3 family members.
your uncle and brother-in-law and your husband's mom. That's it, because the rest of them are your friends. And obviously your mom knows, so that means obviously your stepdad knows.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sister and brother-in-law, so then the brother-in-law already knew. because that's her wife, her husband.
So there's 2 people there that care that you're pregnant. Honestly, at that point,
none of them care.
I would have been like, okay, whatever. I get why she's mad, but I would have just been like, whatever. So annoying.
No, girl, she deserves to have her moment and kick them out. Imagine how satisfying.
Yeah, kicking them out.
Like,
it would be nice to kick them out.
What's annoying is that she sat down and explicitly had a conversation with them and was like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore if you do this. And they did it anyway.
That's wild behavior of them that they would do that.
You gotta be shitting me, bro.
The top comment says, not the asshole. They asked, you said no. That should have been the end of it. But they were hell-bent on announcing it and stealing your day. They could have announced it the day before, the day after, but no, they went against your express wishes and just had to announce it during your wedding celebrations. They think that the world is their stage and they deserve the spotlight to be on them at all times and can't imagine other people being actually real and having their own lives that exist outside of their scripted universe. You're right to drop the rope and move on without them.
That is
I'm sure this isn't the first
nice.
time either that like her mom and her younger sister have like banded against her.
No, I mean, for her to say she's going no contact with them, clearly
there's probably
this is
like
an ongoing issue.
Repetitive situations that just ain't it. So annoying.
Okay, the last story title is Boyfriend Doesn't Like That I Have to Walk Down the Aisle with a Groomsman. Okay, so this is going... The way I said okay was crazy. Okay, so this is going to be short because I'm just confused if maybe I'm not seeing his side or not. But basically, me, 19 female, just texted my boyfriend that my friend who's getting married sent me a picture of the groomsmen I'm walking down the aisle with. He then asked if we were going to link arms while walking down the aisle. He said that would be weird and it's a respect thing not to do that. I responded, it's my friend's wedding, and if that's what she wants, then I'm going to do that, because it isn't that serious at all. Is he being way too controlling, or am I the asshole for not seeing his side? Update. My other friend, who is also a bridesmaid, told her boyfriend we both got sent pictures of the guys we are walking down the aisle with, as it is a new trend on TikTok, and he reacted almost the same way. Her boyfriend responded, wow, you're walking down the aisle with him? That's beautiful. Might as well hold his hand, too. Or something along those lines. Very sarcastic. And yep, you guessed it, our boyfriends are friends. Okay, first of all...
What the hell, bro?
If you're 19... Don't get married, girl.
Jinkies.
This is why. Jinkies. This is why you don't get married so young, because then you got your friends. Nobody can be fucking serious these days. Nobody wants to work these days, girl.
Dude, imagine if if Jack was like, you're gonna walk down the aisle with someone else at your wedding.
Won't be, but that's okay.
That'd be crazy. I mean, I've walked down the aisle with multiple different guys.
That doesn't mean
never
that
was like, I want to fuck you.
We're not getting married.
Yeah, we're not getting married. Like, what?
Men are so weird.
I mean, that's wild behavior. That's just extremely controlling behavior. I'm not surprised for a 19-year-old man or boy. Yeah, what? You're gonna leave.
It's not like she's walking down the aisle going like this.
Yeah, like jerking his pee.
Like, here comes a bride, bitch. Also, you don't walk down the aisle towards the like altar together. You walk away together. You like meet and you walk out.
We walked down together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I walked down with a guy.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
And walked out with a guy.
I'm not doing that one.
But you're doing what? Walking out?
Well, you guys.
We're walking. What?
You'll all walk
single?
in separately.
I think we did. No. I walked with someone both times.
I walked with someone on my friend's wedding, and I was dating Matt. What? He did not care. I mean, we were 23, but that's not that big of a jump.
Yeah.
And I fucking put my hand like barely in his arm.
I mean, no one even asked any questions.
I couldn't even tell you his name.
I couldn't either. I don't even remember what the second guy I walked with looks like.
Me either.
Like, also the first one that I walked with was the little brother because I was a little sister, so I had to be paired up with him, and he was like 13. And I was like 22.
Literally 30 seconds.
And also, who gives a fuck? I'll hold his hand too.
Yeah, I'll interlock my fingers.
Interlock fingers with him.
I'll fucking hold his toes.
I'll kiss him on the cheek.
I'll kiss him on the lips. That's what I would do if I was them. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'd walk down like this.
Yeah, literally
Lip
locked
lock.
lips. That's
That
just
is
wild. No, if
insane.
someone is this controlling, break up with them. Also, you're 19, so like you don't need to be in a toxic relationship at the age of 19. Go have fun with your friends.
You don't need to be in a relationship at 19.
Honestly, I wish I weren't, for the love of
Don't
God.
let the fact that your friend is getting married make you think that you need to be getting married, because that
Or
bitch
even
is
be
gonna
in
be
a serious
divorced in 5 years
relationship.
anyway.
Yeah.
No offense to her. I'm sure they're very
I
nice.
bet
but
you, like, the statistics are crazy. At the age of 19 getting married, probably 97% of people get divorced by the age of 25.
people who marry at age 19 face a significantly higher risk of divorce compared to those who marry later. Studies indicate that couples marrying in their teens, including those at 19, have a higher divorce rate, with some data showing a 38% risk of divorce within the first 5 years. That's pretty low.
That is low. I would think literally 100. I mean, that's kind of high, I guess.
It says
In the
48% of those who get married before 18.
before 18.
60% of cuppies. 60% of couples married between the age of 20 and 25 will end in divorce.
Oh, damn. So it's higher if you get married 20 to 25?
I mean, this is what, on Quora?
I think I looked it up a couple years ago because I was like, okay, what age should I get married at? Because I wanted to see what the statistics were and make sure I got married past the point that was the highest divorce rate.
Divorce rates tend to be higher for those in their 20s and 30s, with a notable peak in the 25 to 39 age range. Isn't that the time we're supposed to be getting? When am I supposed to get married? So I have to get married either between the age of 15 and 24 or 50. Well, better take off the ring. What the hell?
I'm getting married at 39 and having any... Wait, 49 it said? Oh. I can't even... I'm going to have a baby, I guess, before I'm getting married then. That is crazy work. Crazy work. I mean, that could not be real, but I think I believe it.
See, this one says those who wait to marry until they are over 25 years old are 24% less likely.
To get divorced.
But 24% less likely?
To get divorced?
Does that mean 24% of people that get married at that time get divorced? Or does that mean that they just take 24% off of 60?
They're less likely than the other couples at a different age.
Oh my God.
I guess.
High school dropouts are 13% more likely to get divorced.
Oh, really?
Those with below average IQs are 50% more likely to be divorced. Political affiliation.
What's the affiliation?
Conservatives are the least likely to be divorced. Well, that's
because
they're religious.
they're forcing themselves to be in an unhappy marriage, even though they literally,
they're humping the baby.
And they're like, divorce is not an option. Even if I literally hate my partner. Like, my grandparents fucking hated each other.
Yeah.
Like, literally hate. I don't remember a day in my life where I saw them ever like each other. They constantly were like, fuck you. And they literally, like, they've been married for like 50 years.
Jesus Christ.
My grandpa passed away a couple years ago. My grandma was like, let's go.
She's living it up.
She's partying. I mean, she of course loved him as a person because she was with him forever. But like, as a couple, they hated each other. That is just great. Like, and they're super religious, which is why they stayed married, obviously.
Couples who met in bars are 24% more likely to get divorced.
Oh, I met my boyfriend in a bar.
I didn't. You're not married, girl.
Wait, it says I'm more likely to get divorced?
Yeah. But you ain't married yet.
But
you got choices. It's Love
also,
Island.
I was in the bar. Jack was working at the bar, so
I think that's different.
I'm more likely to get divorced. He's less likely.
Women who lost their virginity as a teenager are more than twice as likely to get divorced in the first 5 years of marriage than women who waited until 18 or older. Why? How did
correlation does not equal causation.
Hold on.
Or maybe the other way around.
How did they get this statistic?
They just took a group of people and then said, okay.
How many of you were in your teenage years?
Yeah. I was 15. You were 17? Wait,
Yeah.
21?
17. I'm not that much of a prude. What the hell?
17 is still really
I
young.
was not a loser. 17's old?
young.
Oh. You were really
young.
young. That's too
But when I was 15, I thought I was old as hell. I was like,
Girl. I know.
isn't that crazy? People
feel
were having sex when
younger.
I was in 7th grade.
I thought a blowjob was in 7th grade.
Same. Same. There was the biggest scandal ever because my friend gave someone a blowjob. She lost all her friends because of it. Her entire friend group
Why? They
stopped
were scared of
being
her?
friends with her because she was in 7th grade and the guy was in 8th grade. She gave him a blowjob.
Aw, and he was probably like the talk of the town, like
Oh,
in
yeah.
a good way.
It was, yes, he was. You're the man.
And she's exiled.
Exiled. I was like her only friend.
Good. I'm glad that you kept being friends with her. You were
Yeah.
probably like, teach me.
No, actually.
See, I didn't have like an older sister, so I didn't know anything about what was going on.
Yeah, I knew way too fucking much.
I didn't know anything. I fucking had my first kiss when I was fucking 15.
Yeah, I had my first kiss when I was in 6th grade. So it was what,
Well,
like 11?
I probably kissed somebody in elementary school, but I don't count that.
I was dating someone and we met up after school and then we went behind the building across the street and we were like preparing for like an hour. I was like, I'm nervous.
Did you just go, shut the fuck up?
I said, boyfriend, I'm nervous.
She said, I'm nervous to go.
Literally, I was so nervous. I was
Dude,
like,
why were, because I remember I was like leaving school and my boyfriend at the time was like walking me out of school and I had just put on so much Victoria's Secret lip gloss. So my lips were like so shiny and I had braces, so I was just like big ass mouth. And he had been talking to me about how he wanted to kiss me like on AIM. And I was like, okay. And then like that day, I knew it was the day and I just went, kissed him, and then I ran away. Literally, he was walking me and I said, bye. And I ran and got in the car and I was so scared.
we used to be like, do you want to hug after second period?
Bruh.
And meet up and hug.
Dude, the
and then
notes
leave.
go crazy.
Dude.
I broke up with someone because of a note, or I wrote them a note and broke up with
Broke up
them.
with them.
And I remember writing a note and being like, can we hold hands later?
Mhm.
Can we hold hands?
And then you would just
later?
not speak to each other
No,
the whole time.
you're holding hands and you're both sweating so profusely, and you're just like, how is science? Cool. Like, girl, please.
So funny.
Now I walk up to a man and punch him in the fucking
no,
nose.
actually.
Oh, I would like go up to a man as an adult, not anymore now, and like lick their face if I wanted to when I was
As an
single.
adult, not
Like
anymore
if I
now.
was single, like when I was single, I
Oh,
meant
yeah.
to say. As an adult, not now though.
You are an adult.
The
girl.
way I talk sometimes makes no freaking
no
sense.
sense. Not a sense
But
in the world.
I was doing crazy shit.
dude.
Like, what the hell?
Same. So fun though.
I know, it is fun.
I'm gonna like live through my children. Like it might be unhealthy how much I'm gonna live through them.
Go get him, girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like,
Like the Mean Girls mom.
Yeah. No, I'm not actually gonna do that. I would never do that. But like, I just think it's gonna be so fun to like hear about drama that's going on. Like,
Wow, I better not have a man as a child.
better not have a man. I better not birth a man. Well, you're definitely not gonna have a man.
How I asked Matt how his friend proposed, and he was like, I don't know. He just asked him.
Mm-hmm.
How? What did he do? Then he's like, oh, yeah, he had a message in a bottle in his pocket, and it fell on the ground, and he said, what is that? And I'm like, there we go.
Yeah,
that's
thank you.
That's what I meant. Not how did he ask? Obviously, he got on his knee and asked.
I know.
I didn't need that.
Jack will always tell me like something very, very quickly, and I'll be like, wait, but, and then he'll be like, I'll just call them and they can explain. And he'll just call them and they'll be like, can you explain to Jamie what happened?
Stop, dude.
I'm like, okay.
The way I'd be like, no, I'm too embarrassed. I don't want to know anymore.
I know. I'm like, yeah, let me hear it straight from the horse's mouth, girl. Give it to me.
I can't have a son. They'll
I know.
never tell me the drama.
No. But the girls, they are not going to talk to you for like a few years in their teens.
No.
They're so rude. I wasn't, though. Well, I was like, ugh, you're so annoying.
No, me and my mom used to fight so bad. People
say-
called the police. I'm not kidding.
What? It's like, maybe, I don't know why, like, but I just would get so annoyed with my mom. I could
Because
feel it boiling in my blood.
You're going through puberty and she's going through menopause
It's so
at the
true.
same time.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, I should just have a kid right before I go into menopause, but then I'll be 100 years old.
Yeah.
Basically,
So
I
true.
am having a kid right
But
before
I think
menopause.
that, like, honestly, I feel like health advancements within the next 20 years, like, I feel like we might be able to live longer. Like, we might be healthier for longer.
I know, but I don't want to be ugly. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to be 100 and be
Well,
like
we're going to get
sagging.
facelifts.
Okay.
And we can look on Instagram. They have good doctors.
That's true. We
I've
can get the one that, like, pulls your
like,
whole head back.
Literally, you look.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care to look like 20 again, but if I'm like 70, I'm gonna look 50 again.
If I'm living to 130 and I'm
130
well, I
is
don't
crazy.
know.
I was thinking like 110.
Okay, if I'm living to 110 and on my 95th birthday I'm like healthy enough to go under the knife for 10 plus hours, I'm getting the best facelift of my life.
You need to get one by like age of like 70, I feel like.
No. 70 is so young, I think.
I agree, but like
No,
by the age of 95, you're not going to want to go and put yourself at that risk. 95, going under anesthesia at 95, you're going to pass away.
Well, maybe it will get better.
You're not even gonna
Did you know that they don't even know how anesthesia works?
Oh, love it. I'm glad I've never been under.
Really?
I'm terrified, deathly afraid.
Well, I used to, when I got my teeth pulled to get my braces, I made them put me under. And then when I got my wisdom teeth out, they put me under. But I don't. And
Yeah,
I got my tonsils
that's
out,
why
but
I'm
I was
not
a
getting
baby.
that's part of the reason I'm never getting my wisdom teeth out.
You can do it awake.
And that's another reason. I'm not going to be awake while they're fucking ripping shit out of my mouth.
And that's actually a reason why I don't want to get an epidural too. I'm scared.
Oh.
We've talked about this a lot.
But
I'm scared.
you can become paralyzed. There's
And
like
it
really
feels
bad
like-
complications, but maybe that's just like, I don't know if that's like a common thing or not, but that's all I've been hearing is like my sister's complication she had with an epidural was like really fucking bad, and I'm so scared.
I'll be able to push it.
I really wish that I could just have a natural birth.
There's only one way but out.
Not if I can't push,
Why?
because I don't want to. I'm scared. That's gonna be me when I literally give
They'll
birth.
give you laughing gas
I'm gonna be like,
or whatever they give you. I always see pregnant people going,
yeah, they better give me that.
I want that, and I want a margarita on deck. for
Yeah,
once I
same.
push it out.
Same.
Like the biggest bottle of wine, and then it'll be fine.
Hopefully, like within the next couple years, this is never gonna happen. But like they get better at the birth stuff. For my sake,
They get better at the birth stuff.
I'm scared.
I mean,
I'm deathly
I like,
afraid.
really wanted a C-section, but then I was like, oh, I have to get an epidural, and I don't want to get an epidural because I'm too scared. So now I just have to push it out.
I just need to make sure I have a really good doctor that is like.
Yeah, I want to get one of those birthing suites that costs like $10,000 for
Well,
one
it's gonna
day.
cost $1 million anyway. So
Right.
what's another 10?
I want to have like a suite.
I'm going to fucking Turkey and have my baby.
Why?
It's gonna be like $5. I'm not trying to pay $1 million.
Well, maybe by the time we have kids, probably not.
Mr. Fucker won't
'Cause
be
I'll
in
pro-
office anymore.
But
for me,
probably
that's
for
sure.
me,
Yeah, well,
unless he gets.
yeah, but
Cannot include that.
at all.
Why?
Oh, FBI.
Yeah, I'm on a list, you guys.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Where our names are bullet points right
But
next
like,
to
what
each
if you
other.
need life-saving help? What are you gonna do when you're pregnant and he's the damn president? Aren't you scared
Go to Canada?
when you're giving birth and you're in labor? You're gonna book a ticket.
I'll go to. Well, hopefully I won't be living here, so that
Yeah.
will help my situation.
You need to go somewhere liberal.
Yes.
I want to move to a liberal. Like, I need to be surrounded. I'm sick of living in a conservative
But it was so nice.
state.
You just went to that protest, and there were so
Dude,
many.
I was shocked
That's
by how many people.
I was shocked by the whole state.
I
of how
think
many there
I
were.
bet you there were a lot of people at the protest I was at that were Republicans, that are Republicans.
Oh, but they don't like him.
That they don't like him. Or I bet you there was even
Spies.
some that. I bet you there was even some that voted for him and then regret it.
Oh, for sure.
Like, especially like people that have immigrant parents or even just like immigrants themselves.
There has to be, because otherwise, how'd you win?
Right.
How'd you win?
How? Because there was so many people. I think it was like almost 3% of the population.
How many of really?
Yeah. Because I saw a video that was like, with like protesting and stuff, all you need is 3.5% of the population to start making a move and like fighting for your rights. There was so many, and it was global.
5 million.
Yeah, 5 million.
There's 8 million people in America. Right?
No.
Oh.
Girl, you know there's not 8 million people. 8 million people in America? There's like 8 million people in New York City's pinky toe. There's 8 billion in the world, if that's what you were thinking.
I was.
You're so serious. Like, 5 million? That would be like 70% of the fucking population of America.
Okay, that number makes more sense. The fact that we have this conversation on a video like twice a year is crazy.
I know.
I never remember
About the population?
Yeah.
No, I know. I didn't know like 5 years ago. When Jack asked me, I was like, I don't know, like 10 million people in the world? In the world. I don't have a good grasp of that.
That's 1%.
1.4%. Maybe it was like the world. I don't know, because there was people in the globe. You know, there was people in France and like
that's true.
there was everywhere around the world, not just the United States, which is crazy. Like, thank you for fighting for us.
I know.
Thank
I wish
you.
that it wasn't no kings.
Why?
I wish it was no dictator.
There
'Cause
were. There were a lot.
I just wish that it wasn't called no kings, because like King Charles is fine. Why? He's not trying to be a king, bro. He's trying to be the fucking dictatorship.
Well, we're not talking about King
the
Charles.
grand-
We're talking about in like 1776 when we said we made a revolution to say no
know.
kings. I think that's what it was called back then.
Oh,
Like no kings 1776 or something.
That, I guess,
like
makes
that.
more sense. I was just like, I just feel like he's not even trying to be a king. He's trying to be a damn emperor.
Yeah, a lot of them were like no cult leaders, no dictators, and no kings, no nothing.
The president is just supposed to be some guy I hear about every 4 years.
And he like maybe will put in like an opinion or like a suggestion.
He'll wear a tan suit
and then
we'll all
someone
talk
will
shit.
say yes or no, multiple
Yeah.
people, but like no.
I have never heard more about a president than I have in the last 10 years of my life.
I know.
I'm sick.
I know. It's
Wait.
I'm so sick. Yeah, but like, and he's old, so he might just die of old age, honestly. He was tripping up them stairs, girl. He might be getting diagnosed with something soon. Should we hex him?
Yeah, girl. Wait. Yeah.
What's the spell?
I'm going to look up a
No,
spell.
I'm scared that I'll actually get hexed in return. Have you ever hexed someone? Please tell me no.
Hex?
Like hex, like an actual hex.
I don't think I know how.
I feel like bad magic is not good to fuck with.
I don't think we need to hex him, but I think we could fuck with him a little.
Oh, okay. Let's look up some spells.
We can, like, put a curse on him or something.
I want to buy, like, a spell book that has every spell ever in the world.
I want to go to one of those stores. What are those called?
Oh, like a witchcraft store?
Like
With the crystals and stuff?
metaphysical shop.
Ooh, I think they have one, like, downtown West Mall.
Really? I want to go so bad. There's one in Melbourne that I love, but I never see any here.
Yeah, because I remember actually we went to it when me and my best friend in college, we were living with 2 other girls in college, and we got in a big fight with them. And then we were like, okay, we forgive each other, but we're going to go to the store and we're going to buy sage. And we saged our whole entire apartment after our fight so that we could get rid of the negative energy.
Is it
I wonder if
crystal energy?
it might not be there anymore, but
Gypsy soul?
near, like, Clematis.
Well, we'll get started.
We're gonna go work on a spell. So
Yeah, and we'll see you guys
in the next
next
episode.
week, guys.
Love ya.
Love ya.